On 32 red Tolworth Hurdle over 2 1/2 miles a furlong, Minella class was backed into favourite at 6-4, deposing Tubab, who went off second best at 2-1.
And they're off and running for the 32 red Tolworth Hurdle. Grade 1 race here. And who's going to make the running? There's no real established front runner in this lineup, but Active Calanisi began well. And Megastar, the big horse on the outside there, taking a little bit of a hold. Minella class between horses has settled a little bit better. Red Merlin behind and Tubab restrained as they go over the first flight. And settling down now, bearing in mind that the first two races over the hurdles track were running extremely slow times. They won't go at a breakneck pace here. Active Calanisi, though, is cutting it out, comes to the second. Of the 7 flights they'll jump today from Minella class racing alongside Megastar. Minella class with the white breast girth, and they're making their way up the hill now. In 4th place is Red Merlin, former smart horse on the flat. Tubab, who was immensely impressive at Haydock Park, is bringing up the rear here for Sam Thomas, for the Paul Nicholls team, who've won this race 4 times in the past 6 years. Tubab about 4 lengths off the pace at the moment as they reach the top of the hill and head right-handed. So Active Calanisi, the leader from Minella class, and Megastar. Red Merlin on the inside of Tubab as the runners head down the hill. Got a long run before they leave the ground again here for the 3rd, 4th and 5th flights down the back straight. Active Calanisi, who didn't really perform to his best in the fog at Newbury last week. He leads narrowly from Minella class, with Megastar in close attendance, Red Merlin, and still weighted with Tubab, who's only 4 lengths off the pace as they head down the back straight now, where 3 flights of hurdles await them. Active Calanisi's lead is about 1.5 lengths to Minella class. Megastar poised on the outside. Red Merlin, Tubab. That's the order. Has been that order for some time now as they get ready for the first flight down the back. And Active Calanisi barely took off there, and Tubab out-jumped Red Merlin at the back of the field. Active Calanisi just went right through that flight of hurdles. He still has the lead, though. Minella class and Megastar moving up there to get a little bit closer now is Tubab and Red Merlin. The middle flight down the back straight. Active Calanisi, again he flattened the flight there. Good jump by Minella class on the outside. Megastar is poised. Tubab and then Red Merlin, who's now manoeuvred round and is still well in touch as they go to the last flight on the far side. And Minella class there just shake of the reins from Barry Geraghty momentarily. And drawing alongside him on the outside is Megastar. Still Active Calanisi the leader. Tubab in the yellow jacket, the grey, getting a lot closer now. But the one that seems to be struggling a little bit is Red Merlin. He's 3 lengths off the main quartet now as they leave the back straight behind them. They're racing well inside the final 5 furlongs now, turning for home with 2 more flights to take. And here Minella class shows in front for the first time for Barry Geraghty from Megastar, shaken up on the outside for Jamie Moore. 3rd on the inner, Active Calanisi. Sam Thomas is waiting with Tubab before he presses any buttons, and then Red Merlin is 6 lengths away last of the 5, and Minella class has quickened there on that turn, and now all of a sudden Megastar is under a drive. Tubab in 3rd is shaken up for the first time. They're coming down to the 2nd last, and Minella class looks all class as he jumped it from in 2nd place Megastar, who blundered his way over that. And Tubab hasn't picked up at all in the ground. He's back in 3rd place from Active Calanisi and then Red Merlin. And Minella class is 6 lengths to the good as he comes down to the final flight in the Grade 1 32 red hurdle. Minella class needs a big one here. Hasn't shaken off Megastar just yet in this very tiring ground. Back in 3rd place is Tubab and then Active Calanisi. But up the hill, here comes Minella class, who settled the race with a decent turn of foot, turning in to the 2nd last, and he comes home to win well in the end, albeit hard work in the ground. Minella class, it looks a classy individual indeed. He beats Megastar in the 2nd, Tubab, and then Active Calanisi and Red Merlin next.
First number 3, Minella class, the 6-4 favourite, Barry Geraghty riding for Nicky Henderson, well by 7 lengths to number 2, Megastar at 9-2, all 5 rounds.